Welcome. Make yourself comfortable. Take a few moments to settle down and leave the day behind you. Simply take a moment to listen to a story. An ancient story carried by silence, mist, and the light of a simple lantern. Here is the tale of the lantern in the mist. Long ago, in a village surrounded by mountains, there lived a young man named Taro. Every morning he watched the peaks disappear into a thick mist. For years he had dreamed of reaching the great temple on the other side of the mountain. It was said that those who reached this place returned wiser and more peaceful. And yet, Taro had never left. Each time he was about to take the road, he looked at the mist and lost courage. How can I move forward if I cannot see the path? He would repeat. The seasons passed, his dream remained the same, but his steps stayed still. One autumn evening, as he was once again gazing at the mountains, hidden by the fog, an old traveler approached. In his hand he held a small lantern. "Where are you going?" Taro asked. "To the temple." "But you cannot even see the road." The old man smiled. "This lantern lights only a few steps in front of me. That is all I need." Then he continued on his way. Taro remained silent. All night he thought about those words. The next morning, the mist was still there. Thick, dense, just like every other day. But this time, something had changed. He took a small lantern, opened the door of his house, and began to walk. At first he moved forward hesitantly. He could only see a few meters ahead. The rest of the path disappeared into a white veil. And yet, with each step, the light revealed a little more of the road. A few stones, a wooden bridge, a path between the trees. Then a few more steps, and a few more. The hours passed. At times, Taro wanted to turn back. But every time he lifted his lantern, the next step appeared. So he continued. The path sometimes became narrower. Each step required trust. He did not know how long it would take him to reach the temple. And yet, something within him had changed. He no longer tried to know the end of the journey. He simply focused on the next step. As he continued walking, he noticed a lonely old tree by the side of the path. Its trunk was twisted and marked by time. Taro stopped for a moment at its foot. Despite the storms, the harsh winters, and the violent winds, the tree was still there. It had not grown in a single day. It had simply continued its journey toward the sky, season after season. This thought warmed his heart. Perhaps great achievements were simply the result of thousands of small steps taken with patience. Taro adjusted his lantern and resumed his journey with a little less doubt. In the middle of the day, he arrived near a river. The current was strong. In the past, he would have stayed there, searching for a perfect solution. This time, he simply observed the stones rising above the water. The first one, then the next, and then another. Step by step he crossed. Later he entered a silent forest. The mist danced between the trees. The shadows seemed strange, but his little light continued to guide him. As he moved forward, his fear began to fade. Little by little, he understood something strange. The true difficulty had never been the mist. It was his refusal to move forward unless he could see everything. By the end of the day, the slope became gentler. The fog slowly began to lift. And suddenly before him, the great temple appeared, peaceful, majestic, silent. Taro looked at the lantern he held in his hand. Then he smiled. It was not the light that had led him to the temple. It was each small step the light had allowed him to take. Very often we wait to see the entire road before we begin. We want guarantees, certainty, and answers to all our questions. We often wait for the perfect moment, yet that moment does not always come. Like Taro, we often discover that clarity does not come before action. It appears during the journey. Life often resembles a path through the mist. We cannot always see the destination, only the next step. So ask yourself this question: what path are you afraid to take because you are still waiting for the mist to disappear? Perhaps a small light is enough to begin moving forward. Perhaps the next step is already in front of you. And perhaps by simply moving forward, step by step, the path will finally reveal itself. Namaste.